So I was walking down an alley by myself one day and saw three black guys coming from the opposite direction. Apparently a Black Lives Matter rally was about to start up nearby and I just happened to have decided to go for a walk on that day, not knowing about the rally. They didn't look very friendly. As I passed by, one of them said something not nice and I turned around and said, "Hey, are you talking to me?" I looked around and didn't see anybody else, so I said, "I don't see anybody else in this alley, so you must be talking to me." They started laughing like I was crazy or something. One of them said, "Man, you must have a gun on you or something, or you crazy man." He started walking up on me and I said, "Hey, don't be walking up to me until you've paid me my white reparations." Now he looked mad again, then he started laughing. I don't know why. I said, "What, do you think I'm kidding or something?" I said, "Don't you think it's about time you guys paid me for all the welfare you've been getting from white people for so many decades?" One of them said, "Hey, you owed us that for slavery, man." I said, "Then I guess you owe me for when blacks attacked and occupied southern Europe for about 800 years, from 711 AD until 1500 AD, and kept taking white slaves until 1801. Current estimates say they captured millions of white people and took them to slave markets in Africa. Muslims often bought the white Christian slaves along with black slaves. We don't know about these Muslim slaves because Muslims castrated their slaves. Slavery was the way of the world back then. Do you know why about 1.5% of America's tiny population had slaves? It was because Africa had slave markets. It's not like white people went in shooting and took slaves. Don't you suppose some of that 1.5% felt blacks deserved slavery after knowing about their own grandparents having been under 1100 years of tyranny from blacks? I told these three black guys that they need to stop helping Democrats. Most Democrats are being tricked just like blacks, I said. Actually, I haven't seen Democrats this angry since Republicans freed their slaves. Thank you, Republican Abe Lincoln, I said. So how are you all being tricked? Well, for one thing, almost all Democrats and Rhinos are flooded with dollars from the billionaires' corporations. Rhino equals Republican in name only, usually rich corporate types and their helpers for dollars, but that's for another video. The billionaires' corporations also pledged almost $2 billion to Black Lives Matter. That's right, Black Lives Matter followers are helping the billionaire friends of the very billionaire families that were running guns to the South during the Civil War. This billionaire money to black and Democrat leaders isn't being given to help blacks and Democrats. It's being given to divide and conquer America, so we will all be enslaved to billionaires. Realize, slavery ended in this Christian nation yet still goes on in many Muslim and African nations, and yes, it can become normal in America too. More white people died trying to end slavery than there were actual slaves brought to America. Blacks also need to realize that America's cell phones and medicines alone have likely saved over 100 million black lives. Only about 400,000 slaves were brought to America, and most of them got to live too. All atheist nations end up in poverty and dictatorship, except when helped by Christians. Even America is failing due to billionaires constantly using sex and dollars to lead people away from Jesus. Jesus did tell us, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free." Also, don't forget the first plan on the Georgia Guidestones Monument, which was made by a rich guy who hides his name. The monument says they want 93% of us disappeared from this earth. That includes all groups. America's minorities act as if whites are the great oppressors of the world. It isn't true. It's nothing but lies pushed and supported by the billionaire media. Most all, if not every single minority nation has people they oppress or at least oppressed. Even America's early inhabitants were no angels, not even close. Do we really want to return to the ways of 2,000 years ago like atheists want, let alone to the ways of about 245 years ago? I don't think anybody would like that except a bunch of top evil leaders. We Americans can create life that is much better for ourselves if we just stop letting the billionaires divide and conquer us. Again, Jesus said, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free." Oh yay, and about those 3 black guys in the alley, they're Republicans now. LOL. Thanks for watching.